우와.
Hey, good morning.
Hello.
Hi, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Hello, everyone.
If we don't get a big crowd, I think we should probably push this meeting to next week because it may not be useful if we only get a handful of folks.
But it's recorded and it would delay everything by a week.
Okay, we don't need to delay anything.
So you mean we announce this week via chat and then have the full discussion next week, and that still is sufficient time for nomination?
Yeah, I think we can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I can stretch out the nomination period. I did only have it going. Oh, I have it going until next Friday, so that would give time to if we announced today and then just reminded folks next week.
Yeah, announced with the full explanation will be next Friday, next Monday.
Yeah.
But we are getting more and more. It's
Yeah, we're getting a few more people. I was
meeting.
just concerned at first.
Oh.
Hey, Mark, Happy New Year.
Hello, Kendall. Hi, everyone. Happy New Year's to all.
Hello and good morning.
Hello, Lucas. Happy New Year.
Hi, good morning. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. All right, I'll just give it another minute. This might just be a quick, short meeting. There are only 2 items on the agenda.
Just wanted to mention one thing. Irfan and Rafael won't be here today for the meeting. So it's me and Tin who have joined instead of them.
Ah,
That's
perfect.
Listen, let's say, yeah.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you for letting us know. Okay, Max, Nils, did we still want to present that proposal even though we don't have a good number of people?
I could quickly present it so more people know about it if you're interested.
Okay, yeah, I think if you want to, yeah, present it and then just maybe put it in Slack as well, which I think you already have, but maybe just reminding folks to look at it before the next meeting, because then hopefully maybe if there needs to be a vote, we'll have enough people.
Sure, I can do this. But
Perfect.
then I could quickly go over it. Then let me share my screen. So, yeah, it's a small proposal about the simplification of the code owner groups. I already talked with a couple of people about this in the last engineering meeting. So here is the proposal. It's also linked in the agenda, but as Kendall said, it's also posted in the chat, but I can additionally add a reminder. So the point is that a couple of people are sometimes blocked because of missing reviews. And it seems like that especially the smaller projects in Magma have less and less active participants in the code owner groups. And at least our assumption is that this problem will get bigger in the next couple of weeks. So in order to mitigate this, the proposal is to drastically remove the code owner groups and to merge them together in 3 groups: gateways, cloud, and infrastructure. Here in the comment, I have a better overview. So these are the code owner groups mentioned in the current code owner file. And the idea would be in this proposal to merge in approvers infra, the CI group, intake tests, containers, docs, and Bazel. In cloud, everything cloud related like orchestrator, NMS. For domain proxy, I was actually not sure. So if you see it more on the access gateway side, let me know. And 1 approvers group for gateways containing FEG, CWF, AGW, MME, and pipeline D. Yeah, and the hope is that by merging these groups, we get faster in reviewing and merging pull requests and yeah, unblocking people in their work. Any questions or comments for this proposal?
This looks fair, yeah. No specific comment.
Well, sorry again, you are very quiet for me. I will increase my.
Yeah, that looks fair. Yeah, maybe we can vote, but looks fair. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. And
Actually, I have one other point, and that is that this seems to supersede a proposal by Shruti that you reference 14208. And I wonder if we should just close that because this is
it goes in 2 different directions. One is to clean up code owner groups, and the other one is to merge them. Or Shruti's proposal is to clean up code owners. So having a process how to clean up code owners that went stale or that went non-responsive, and that still is valid and should still continue. And we, independent of the merge, we want to have the code owner groups healthy and clean. So I think it's still valid and should be kept.
I understand your point. In that case, I would propose 2 improvements to 14208. One is to pass it, and the other one is to add a clause for what to do with code owner groups that have become empty as a result of no maintainers being around. But that's a different agenda item. I don't mean to slow you down, Nils.
No, don't worry. But as Max said, I agree with Max that this proposal does not supersede this one. I mean, it depends what happens first. If we have first a big cleanup, then of course maybe we have less code owner groups here. But in my opinion, these 2 proposals are orthogonal and can be handled independently.
And this proposal partially solves the what if code owner groups gets empty by having less code owner groups.
Yeah, that's right. It's in a way it's moot because they'll be a lot larger. So the problem is less likely to exist. Thank you for this time.
Okay, thank you for the feedback. Feel free to comment on the proposal if you have additional feedback or ideas. But again, I will then post a reminder in the Slack for the next TSC meeting. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Nils. Okay, the one other item we have on the agenda is the 2023 TSC election. I have put together, oh, is my screen sharing?
Not yet working for me, still black screen.
Okay.
Same here.
Okay, hold on, something must be blocking it. Let me try that.
Now we see a browser.
Okay, you see the
Yeah, we
the
see it,
agenda?
yes.
Perfect. Okay, I am not sure what's happening there. So TSC election, I know the last meeting we walked through the election information in the contributing files, section 3, which I linked here for you if you are curious. I put together the voter and candidate eligibility list here. So if you click here, I'll take you to a Google Doc. It is a little messy, but you'll see if your name is listed in this doc, then you qualify to run as a nominee for candidacy of the TSC. Also, that list shows the people who are also eligible to vote. So if you're on that list, you're also eligible to vote for the TSC members. If you're not on that list and you think you should be, please send me a Slack or an email, and I can double check. The reason why the list is a little messy is because LFX is where I pulled all the data, and sometimes there are things that are incorrect. So if you see something wrong, please let me know. It also includes the Slack messages sent in public channels. So that also counts into your contributions. You need to have at least 20 to be eligible. So yeah, check out that list before you send me an email. If you'd like to nominate yourself or another eligible community member, send myself an email at kperez@linuxfoundation.org with the candidate name, organization they're from, and a nomination statement stating why you or they would be a good TSC member. We'll have the nomination period January 3rd, so starting today, right after this meeting, to next Friday the 13th. And then following that, we'll do a week of voting, and then the winners will be announced the following week. Does anyone have any questions?
Yeah, so what does this total number represent in the end that we have?
I'm sorry?
In the end, in the Excel sheet, after the messages post in channels, we have a total. So is it total for everything?
Yes, the total is for everything. If you see your name listed twice, that's because I had to combine 2 lists and it was a lot to clean up. So just keep that in mind, that if you're on there twice, you're eligible. It's just kind of a little messy.
Okay, so because
sense.
my name is twice, and in one line there is only GitHub data, and in second line there is only Slack data.
Yes, that's because I had to merge 2 lists. So you have, don't worry, Shimon, you have plenty of metrics that you are definitely eligible.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions?
What's our goal again, Kendall? Is it 7 members? Is that what we landed on?
Yes, 7 is the max number of members that we can have on the TSC.
Okay.
And just a reminder that employees from the same organization or company should not hold more than one TSC seat. So just keep that in mind if you're planning to nominate multiple people from the same company. Just that only one of them can be elected.
And candidate should be from one company for like being eligible.
I'm sorry?
And so a candidate who is applying or anyone is nominating, they should be in a company, or they can be like freelancer or XYZ.
Yeah, no, they can be a freelancer. That's fine.
Okay.
All right.
Like, Kendall, is there a way to invite folks to vote for you? Like, say you want to be nominated and you want to inform everybody that you're aiming to have to hold a seat. Like, I'm wondering how this works, because I'm thinking of like a company, even like Wave Labs, right? You guys have a lot of members that are active, and if we believe that there's value in having a member from that company representing, how do we identify the person that's being put forward? Is there a mechanism through the Linux Foundation for that, or is this something we just do on our own, try to?
I honestly do not know of a mechanism for that.
would it be appropriate to put a message on the Slack channel saying, "Hey, I'm interested, just so you know, please vote for me," something like that, or here I'm going to be I'm going to be putting myself forward from Wave Labs, for instance.
Yeah, I mean, they can do that. I mean, we'll send out the list of nominees before voting
Okay.
begins.
That's good.
So people are aware. That's why I have it ending on a Friday. So then you'll have all weekend to kind of review that. And then right after the meeting on the following Monday, voting will begin because I'll have to set it up. So there'll be time we could even do like, if any of the nominees want to say something at the meeting before voting, we can do that as well.
Good idea. I think that would be worthwhile.
Yeah,
it also
definitely.
helps kind of weed out potential mistakes, right? If two people step forward from a company, maybe it'd be better for them to coordinate and have one person.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Thanks, Kendall.
Sure. Any other questions? Okay, that actually brings us to the end of the agenda. Is there anything else that people would like to discuss or give updates on?
Yeah, I have just one small query to Nils. Nils, I think the throttling issue for JFrog. I'm not sure if you know something, because some of our customers have started doing it. So it's little critical for us now, or anyone has any updates on that throttling issue? The JFrog one?
Okay. Now I got it. Sorry, the JFrog issue. No, I mean, I added you to the channel questions to LF IT. We can ask Fabio again if there was feedback from JFrog.
Sure. I'll put up the question because our the guys who are doing some field tests, they are also reporting this problem. So yeah, I'll put it on the slide.
Yeah, I think this would be a good idea. I mean, the last quick update in this terms was that we were able to reproduce it. It seems to happen if you work on a system with a low bandwidth, which of course happens from time to time. So the JFrog people should definitely look into that.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah, so I'll put it again on the Slack so that Fabio resolves it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Kendall, that was the only thing I want to bring it up. That's all for myself. Thank you.
Kendall, I have a quick question. This is Shom Sekar. We are talking about putting a town hall later this month, and I'm going to reach out to you later to find out what are the sort of the suggestions and where to put it, the announcement and so on. It'll probably be easier to take one of the existing slots and repurpose them on some level. So I'll look for some guidance. I'll reach out to you.
Okay, yep, that sounds good. Anything else from anyone?
Yes, I have. I wanted to raise the issue of the big transitions and changes in the project as a whole. The first thing I want to do is ask, is it true that as of today, there's no more governing board? Is that right?
That's correct.
So the entire governance structure is the TSC.
Correct.
And is there a plan to do kind of like a roadmap, setting high-level goals? Like, for example, Max had made a proposal for what to do next, and Wave Labs had proposed that we focus on features, and there were some kind of threads along those lines. And I wonder, how should we proceed on those bigger questions?
I would say that there's a race condition with having TSC revoted and having the voice of the community aligned with the current state.
Yeah.
And right now, having the roadmap and having that direction decided and aligned before that TSC revamp feels doesn't feel right. If the new governing structure is the new TSC, not the current TSC, we should give them the possibility to speak up. Nevertheless, we could start collecting information and opinions and build a foundation on which the new TSC then can decide about the future and steer the project.
So that sounds like two concrete points. One is in advance of concluding the TSC new membership and governance, prepare like notes on what's coming next, kind of an informational document. And then secondly, conclude that the TSC revote as quickly as possible and just get it.
I would say it's a document is maybe not the best place. Maybe we should have a label on GitHub for tickets that are important or that are roadmap relevant. And that way reuse the GitHub infrastructure and all the issues that were created and map that to a road or groom that so that it's easier to find the roadmap. I think it feels like the better data source than starting a document from scratch.
So if there is consensus on that approach, which we should, just open that up, then the task is to create a label and for individuals to add that to relevant issues. And maybe for individuals to create issues.
I think that if you see an issue and if you see something you want to have, create an issue should be true since the beginning. And I will try to come up with a label so that we can add to these tickets to have them grouped and start a process around that.
Sounds good. Let me know if I can support you in any way. Does everybody, is there a consensus on this approach? I think
this is a good place to start.
It's a very natural and neutral ground to collect input. And we have a lot of labels, and I'm right now checking if we have something that we can reuse.
Right.
I will post in TSC channel the proposed label so that the process can start.
Sounds good.
Yep.
Great.
Anything else?
Yeah, we have 5 pages of labels on GitHub. That's crazy. Sorry, that was not helpful.
Anything else for today? take the silence as a no. Can go ahead and end early then. Thank you, everyone, and enjoy the rest of your week, and Happy New Year.
Thank you.
And-
Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone.
I can just say my proposed label will be TSC inbox. I think that's maybe the right thing. But yeah, have a nice day. Bye.
Sounds good. Thank you, Max.
Bye.
Thank you,
Bye.
bye-bye.